By now, especially after the election that took place earlier this month, you've heard something about the legalization of marijuana. As 2014 statistical results roll in from Washington and Colorado, two states that have already legalized the use of cannabis, many other states may follow suit. Whether you are for or against it, there are currently conflicting arguments on both sides. Being informed about this subject is important to you because several of the states that border New Hampshire have the possibility for joining the bandwagon in legalizing marijuana too. Public opinion has started changing, creating a controversial movement that started with medical marijuana use, decriminalized amounts, and recreational consumption in several states. In an article written by the Wall Street Cheat Sheet titled 7 States Primed for Marijuana Legalization, Massachusetts and Maine are both identified as being one of those states gearing up for the 2016 ballot initiative. In order to educate and decide your stance, we need to hear arguments for those who are for legalizing marijuana and those who oppose it. Opposing groups such as CALM, the Citizens Against Legalization of Marijuana, are against any state law that attempts to undermine the federal law and the Federal Controlled Substance Act with several reasons that back their stance. CALM argues that the DEA still identifies marijuana as a Schedule I drug. This means they have a high potential for abuse. It is addictive and it can lead to harder substance use. It can cause cancer and result in brain and DNA damage. CALM reflects on results from the Maryland Trauma Center that indicate intoxicated driver dangers we are already facing. Current results show 27% of injured drivers tested positive for marijuana, second to only 33% of alcohol. 50% of drivers under the age of 21 have tested positive for pot, compared to 33% who are under 21 for alcohol. It is a direct link to drug-related crime and violence, and safety of the children are a concern. Recently, the Boston Globe quoted an opponent of marijuana legalization, the executive director of Massachusetts Chief of Police Association, A. Wayne Sampson. He said, "We have seen detrimental effects it has on families, especially youth. And from our experience in homes, families, they can't keep prescription medication from kids today. There is certainly nothing that would indicate they could keep legal marijuana away from kids." Discovery News analyzed the drawbacks of legalizing weed thus far, reflecting on Colorado and Washington results. In 2014, a report mentions the danger that we have seen such far with legalization and recreational use. They mention a report tracking experiment called Legalization Violation, which tracks the violations of legalization of marijuana in both Colorado and Washington. The report lists 7 articles of dangerous situations that have been identified as directly impacted from legalization. Headlines such as 5 high schoolers fall sick to eating medical marijuana-laced brownies, to Denver man accused of killing wife after eating marijuana candy, formally charged with murder. Discovery News also analyzes the benefits, and they have resulted from legalization of marijuana seen in Colorado in 2014. With legalization, Colorado is expected to have increased tax revenue, estimating in a $98 million jump. Colorado has also seen job growth, reported estimated 10,000 people work in the marijuana business. Advocates of marijuana legalization have created a group referred to as NORML. This stands for National Organization for Reform of Marijuana Laws. On their website, they list reasons why they are advocates for legally controlled market of marijuana, where consumers can buy marijuana for personal and from a safe legal source. NORML indicates that many health organizations supporting prescribing patients gaining them legal access to medical marijuana under physician supervision. They state that modern research suggests that cannabis is a valuable aid in treatment. That includes pain relief, nausea, glaucoma, and movement disorders. Marijuana is also a powerful appetite suppressant, especially for patients suffering from HIV, AIDS, or dementia. Another reason NORML supports marijuana reform is because of the large cost of prohibition currently on taxpayers due to the criminal justice system. They claim that enforcing marijuana prohibition costs taxpayers an estimated $10 billion annually and results for more than 693,000 individuals per year being arrested. Results from the 2013 arrests in Colorado and Washington reflect a decline of approximately 16,000 fewer marijuana arrests. As mentioned earlier, the Wall Street cheat sheet identified Maine as one of the next 7 states to pass legalization laws. The current supporter, Dave Bauer, a political director of Maine's Marijuana Policy Project, says, "We have bigger fish to fry. There are violent crimes going on. There is property crimes, and that is where our police resources should be spent." Resources seem to be an argument on both sides, proving that either way money is being spent to control the use, whether it's legal or illegal. Law enforcement still have no resources to identify those who are under the influence. Former Maine Representative Stavros Mendos told local channel WCHS6, "I am not a big fan of marijuana. I think smoking it is bad personally, with all due respect. I think that it's dumb and bad for your health, but then again, so isn't being fat. And no one is throwing me in jail for that. So I think it's about letting people live and have the freedom to live the way they want to live." So far, results from current states have passed legalization of marijuana seem to indicate that there are 3 benefits from legalizing it, which include tax revenue, job increase, and medical relief. The benefits outweigh the dangers because there is a very fine line in differing the dangers identified by opponents like COM from the dangers associated with alcohol or pain medication. The solution is to legalize marijuana, regulate the consumption similar to the way alcohol policies are. It will no longer be illegal for a person of 21 or older to possess, grow, or process small amounts of marijuana. If this was properly regulated by all states, proper legalization laws would allow us all to benefit from the estimated tax revenues. Collecting the revenues, we wouldn't be able to pay for the cost needed to increase law enforcement and to identify those violation of the law. Thank you.